Hey there, welcome to Tarot to a T. Cheers. Glad you could join me today. So we're going to do a mid-month reading for the sign of Cancer. And if you haven't joined me before, welcome. I appreciate you being here. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate that as well. Plus, you'll get notifications about my next reading that comes out, which should be not too long. Probably, I don't know, before the end of the month. I'd like to do a bonus reading if everything goes right. Okay, Cancer, let's see what's going on in your world. I'm going to deal a few cards over here for a situation you're... Well, we don't want to have it face up now, do we? That was bad. I don't think I've ever done that. Start again. I'm going to see what's going on in the situation in your world. We're going to deal some cards to see about some problems in that situation. Sorry, I kind of trailed off. I'm getting a little tired. I've been doing a lot of readings today. Anyway, there's our cards of advice, Cancer. Okay, let's see what's going on. Proper beginning here, like it. Okay. So you had some major changes come up here recently. It probably had to do with some kind of stability in your life. Probably kind of shook you up a little bit. Yeah, because you needed to like take a break. I think maybe you were kind of overworking. That's what I'm sensing. Some kind of overwork. But like I said, this Five of Hearts is some changes that needed to happen. And I suspect that either you changed jobs, because this is also the card of separation of some sort. I'm not picking up relationship, but it could come out that way because of this queen. This queen is a very powerful, influential female energy. It can mean a spouse, but it can also mean a parent, somebody like that. But they're generally like a teacher or a mentor. So let's pull some more cards and see if we can get some more information about that. Okay. Again, we have the card of change. Whatever happened here needed to happen. This is about needing like major renovation. You were like very dissatisfied in some situation. It's very possible it was a living situation, so we could be looking at a relationship change. Yeah, and you had some stress relief as a result of the changes, which is good. And this card, by the way, could represent you, Cancer. Just thought I would throw that in there. Okay, yeah. Card of harmony and balance. Now with the Two of Clubs, I think there were some communication issues, and that's what was bogging this down, this relationship, which I'm being pulled more towards a relationship issue here. I mean, it could be work. Yeah, but there was a lot of instability in some manner, despite what it was for you. And that's why this change had to happen. It just couldn't go on the way it was. If this was a work situation, this Queen of Hearts, I keep getting pulled back over here. It's almost like I need to explore it more. But the other thing that came to mind here is this could be like a supervisor, right? Somebody who kind of had a little bit of authority over you. I'm not saying, total authority, because it can mean a parent figure. Eight of Clubs. Okay, so as a result of these changes, you're moving on. and you're advancing in some sense of the word. Clubs, Camrys can represent problems in relationships. So I'm definitely getting pulled into maybe you had problems in relationships. I was trying to speak too fast. Relationships at work. Yeah. And it had to do around communication. Maybe you worked with somebody who just wasn't a very good communicator with you. You two just didn't hit it off, and you just didn't know where they were coming from. It's possible you were, again, if this was you were the supervisor, and you needed to, I don't know, change careers, go to another department, get some kind of promotion. You were just kind of like stuck in some kind of situation that had to change. That is the obvious here. Because this Four of Spades does focus a lot around work, I'm thinking this is a work situation, not a personal romantic situation, okay? And this brought a lot of stress relief, whatever change happened. Yeah. Let's see what the problems there were here, Cancer, that was wrapped up in this. Oh, sevens, my gosh. Ace in the middle, sevens on the side. My gosh. So this ace, this was a new beginning, a new start of some sort, okay? But this also, it's the card of having a very strong desire to learn something new, or I almost said new skill. So that's why, again, I'm getting pulled towards work. I think you wanted to go into some other type of area. And that's why you were stuck, because maybe you weren't able to do that. It was hard to achieve that, and that's why you needed this change to happen. The sevens here represent experience in general, but they're very different. Like the Seven of Spades here, this is about separations, but separations because you discovered some kind of information. That's why I think you had a problem with somebody at work. You uncovered some information about them, like hidden truths. Okay, I'm talking like stuff that wasn't obvious on the surface. Maybe they were talking trash about you behind your back, or telling somebody else in the work area, the work situation, things that weren't true. They were accusing you of doing things. I don't know. I'm kind of pulling that out of the air. Honestly, I don't know what that would be. But take that as it fits your situation, please. The Seven of Clubs here is very much a card about being trapped and feeling like you were stuck somewhere, especially a dead-end job. And you had this strong desire to start over and learn something completely new. Like maybe you've been doing this for a long time, and you're just like, with these communication issues, you're like, I'm done with this. I need to go. Huh. Yeah. It was like something was stuck and it just wasn't going anywhere. Oh, also, I think you were bound by money. This is about changes in financial situations. So, but it's also the job change card, which is what I was just saying, right? you needed to learn something new or go on to a different position. Maybe you were bound by the money. Maybe you were making good money and you didn't want to walk away from it. Oh, King of Diamonds. So you needed to take control of this. Yeah, King of Diamonds. Again, we're talking about finances. And this doesn't mean you're a male, but this can represent some kind of authority figure with a male energy. But this is like bossing up. And in the area of business and success, okay, in particular, you are trying to figure out some way to take control of this situation and to be in these shoes of this king. I mean, it could be like a supervisor. Maybe you were moving up to be a supervisor, or that was your desire because you really wanted to start something new here. Usually people don't step down if they're in supervisors, right? They just kind of move over into another department. They learn they work with a different team. But again, this was your heart's desire to start over in some manner. But probably you were bound up by this money. You just didn't want to lose that money. But you wanted, this is also the card of ending disputes, which we talked about over here. I do think there was somebody who was just giving you a hard time in some manner of the word. Let's look at your cards of advice, though. Oh, taking control, again, with the King of Hearts, and we have Queen of Diamonds, taking control of your finances, probably, and another 7. So let's talk about the 7 first, okay? Again, this is about the overall experience of this. Because you had a lot of... To me, this is like, okay, when I say experience, I mean like what you were experiencing. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. With this, it's obvious that you had some kind of major disappointment, and like maybe somebody promised you like this promotion or this move and it didn't pan out. It didn't happen. There was some element of unreliability. It's very possible this line of advice is saying you can't rely upon these people. These are probably people in power over you, and they're able to pull the strings and determine what's going to happen with the trajectory of your career. This female, she generally she's very responsible and has a good sense of judgment. She knows what's up. But I kind of see her in tandem with this King of Hearts, who I think this is even a higher up on the chain, honestly. I think this is like, I don't know if it's CEO, maybe a little strong, but just somebody who's like really, really in charge, like the person who owns the company, let's say. Because he's generally kind of like a fatherly figure. That's why I say that. And he's extremely influential. But you have this card here of being let down. I think it's saying that you can't rely upon these people to get you out of this bind. You're going to have to make some other moves. Let's get some more cards, though, Cancer. Oh, there we go. It just jumped. Oh, my gosh. Now we have a Jack. Okay. So the Jack is a younger energy. It can be male or female. It could be you. But this Jack is usually a close friend. I'm hearing that you need to rely upon some networking, like close people at work. What do you call them? Confidants, I guess. Comrades at work. People more on your level. I think they're going to be able to help you. Because these 2 cards of authority popped out first. It's almost like don't rely upon the upper management. That's what I'm hearing. Yes, and it's going to bring you into this beautiful realm of stability, especially around finances. This is actually, in some context, could be a windfall card. But it's also about watching your spending and not being frivolous. But I think the fact that it came out on this close friend, that's the money. That's the ticket for you. Metaphorically, that's the ticket. Joker. Yes, and go in with kind of a naivety about how to expect these things to happen. The Joker this is the Fool card, and it's kind of the young, open energy mindset kind of thing going on with this Fool. There's a sense of adventure around this Joker and very playful. So if that tells you, like, I don't know, to me it's like you need to have this like playful mindset. That's what I'm hearing. There's a lot of potential in this card, and I've described this before. Jokers to me are like the masters. They're actually very skilled. You know, they look like they're playing around with throwing things up in the air. And if they're good at it, you're impressed. But have you really ever thought about how much skill and practice that takes? So there's actually a lot of wisdom and mastery behind the Joker. It's also the card of things getting shuffled around. In your line of advice here, I'm thinking some things need to get switched up and shuffled and reorganized for you to achieve this financial stability and security here. And I do think it's gonna rely upon some or depend upon some networking and people you know that you trust. Whoever this was down here, you didn't trust them. This person with the communication problems, but this person you do. You would know who that is. Upper management is going to disappoint you. You're going to have to take this in your own hands, Cancer. Yeah. I think I'm going to leave it there, though. Again, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe so you'll see when the next video comes out. Thank you for joining me again. I hope you have a wonderful day, and take care.